And we're live. Welcome to Strikeout Beer, episode number, I don't know, because I can't find my notebook. I'm Alan.
I'm RD, and I don't keep the notebook.
I know you don't. That's why I
Yeah.
said I didn't blame you. I blame me.
Ironic twist in that Dr. Pepper came before Coke.
That's way too soon, Michael. Take it easy.
That's my favorite line.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I need more drops from you. That's what I need. I need more drops from you, so we can put them on the board and have a little bit more fun.
Okay,
Like, we used to be part of the team having fun.
Let me. I'll throw some stuff together. I mean,
all right.
I'm all about having some fun.
I don't know why I said that because it's weird. Because no, we're absolutely still have the page open. I post on there like almost every other day too. Because I like to post pictures of beer and some other interesting not really fun facts, but some questionable material. And I feel that's the best place to do it because really nobody else really knows about it. Even though our following is growing on Instagram, which is kind of weird. But yeah, it's wild. Life is crazy. What's up, man?
It can be. It can be. You know what, man? We had draft this last weekend.
Hi, Lizzie.
That's pretty exciting. A good time as always. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But what are you drinking over there today, buddy?
Oh, I just grabbed a couple of Pilsners. I filled up the cup all the way to the brim, and I figured, I've broken after all these sessions, all these shows, all these episodes. I figured out the sweet spot, and it's 3 beers into this class. Now, the sweet spot is somewhere in there. I always go over, but this is the sweet spot.
I'm rocking a little Coors Edge tonight. I
Yeah.
don't know that I've had it before, but that's what I'm drinking, and it's I'm using the mug Lizzie made.
Oh, there you go.
The SB Baseball, the SB Fantasy Football.
You need to bring that back over there. We need to put some more logos on that thing. Slap some shit on it. Make it look like a NASCAR race car or something like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I think we need some more. It needs more logos.
Gonna put a micro D on there?
Yeah.
Or macro?
I swear to God, I think that's what we'll do is I'll have her print out a bunch of little micro dongs and just
rocket ships.
Yeah. And we'll just put it all over the top, and then maybe she'll put some other logos and stuff on there. But yeah, don't have the board behind me. You know what? I probably could put something else behind me. I think next episode, maybe we'll do patreon.com/strikeout beer. I'll have a massive, giant, veiny one, a tree or a mushroom behind me, not a wiener. You can't put that on the end.
No. Lizzie says it needs more flair for sure.
Yeah, see, just needs a little bit more.
I'm rocking the minimum 3 on here.
Yeah,
and, that's fine. But others choose to express themselves more.
The Nazis. Oh God, I have to watch that movie about every quarter. I watch it about 4 times a year at the minimum, because I got to get my work-life balance right. And when I watch that movie, it brings me right back to reality. Like I love Office Space. It's great. Quote it all day, all that shit.
It's a great movie for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I went through a phase where like every day I was just putting like different movie quotes on my Facebook page. Okay. And I did one day I did the whole thing where Peter's talking about every day is the worst day of his life, ever since he's woken up, right? And I put that on there, and someone had commented on there, well, if you come and join me over at such and such, things are great over here. I was like, yeah, it's from a movie, so I definitely don't want to work from you because you haven't seen that movie. So, but yeah, I think they're like, so today's the worst day of your life. Yeah. Oh, that's dark.
What about today, Peter? Is today the worst day of your life? Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Is there any way you can like zock me out where I think I've been fishing all day? And he had a bitch of a girlfriend too. Like she was so mean. Like, you know what I mean? And then of course he gets half-ass hypnotized, don't give a shit no more, wakes up the next day, doesn't answer the phone, doesn't go into work, all this kind of stuff. And she like screams into his answering machine after he hangs up on her. She goes, I've been cheating on you. Like that's a big get back on him. I'm like, oh no, that just means you're a whore.
Okay.
That's like the best news ever because she already broke up with you. Now, I mean, there's nothing. Who cares?
Oh, cool.
It's called the jackpot. Yeah, man. So, yeah, and I'm just having this. I'm starting to see. Yeah, there's a lot of foam on this mother. I have to take care
Oh,
of
yeah?
that.
Why don't you take care of that? So we weren't here last week because, it was Rapid Day's birthday, and as you do on your birthday, you went out to Vegas, had a good time, had an amazing experience that you gotta share with us.
Which
You
one? What do you want to hear about?
you went to a sporting event, buddy.
I did, and it's not the one I planned on going to. I planned on going to the Raiders and 49ers preseason game at the Death Star, Allegiant Stadium, but ended up going to the Las Vegas Aces versus the Minnesota Lynx WNBA game at Mandalay Bay at the house. They call it the house, which is
Nice.
a really cool stadium. I'll be honest with you. Got the tickets kind of last minute. There were $6. There's not really a bad seat in the house. I'll tell you that because it's only like a 2-tier stadium. There's lower level 100s and there's second level, there's 200s, right?
Did you buy the tickets at the gate, or did you have to use, like, a third-party site? What
I
are we
used
talking about?
I used third party. I didn't even mess with the gate. I should have asked. Maybe I should have went over there. But last time I remember, like anywhere else, they still charge you a convenience fee or some crap, right? Like I think I went to a Stars game one time. They were like, "Oh, it's $22, but it's $4 convenience fee." I go, "What's the convenience?" I had to walk all the way over here.
Right.
I don't understand what the convenience is. But it was $6. I think I told you that it was $6, and then I think a $6 surcharge. So I ended up paying $12 a ticket, which is ridiculous. I've complained about StubHub earlier in a post on Facebook and Twitter. Go follow us at Strikeout Beer. But get there, big crowd. Walk through. You got to walk through security and stuff like that. They're checking everybody out a little bit. Got to check in your bags. They're like, all right, let's get a beer. We're in Vegas anyways. Let's get a beer.
Right.
Slam the beer before we got there, and they're like, all right, here, come on in. So roll in. Yeah, that'll be $17 a beer.
Whoa, buddy.
I go,
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jason, what's going on, man? Cheers to you. Welcome in. Whoop, I got to get it closer to the camera because we're doing profile shots today. We want to make sure you see us. But yeah, dude, I was like 17 for both or for one, and she was like, "No, it's $36 or $34 or blah blah." I go, "That's a lot of hooch." I go, they were good sized beers. They were respectable, but they weren't no $17. I mean, I've gone to a Stars game. It ain't $17 at a damn Stars game. I've been to the Mavs game. I've been to Jerry's World. And Jerry's World is the most expensive effing place on earth. It's more expensive than Disney World. And that MF charges, $11, $12 a beer. But
well, that's because they know you got to drink to get through it, right? So they're like, gotcha.
I don't even go inside half the time when we're there. We'll hang out there's like trailers or like streamlines that have the windows that pop up, like a bar out there. And so I hang out, when we don't have like actual tickets or, we have standing room only, we don't have seats. Right. Or if we're in like the 400s, I'll just chill outside. I'm like, I don't need to go in. I'm fine here. But yeah, Ed France, what's up? How we doing? Appreciate the like. But yeah, no. So I went to the game, really hyped up. A lot of energy. I'm not saying it was sold out. Let's just say it was like 75% full. I mean, it was rocking. They were excited. People were jamming out in there, and it was a show. Of course, I got to see Kelsey Plum, which I was very, very excited about.
Worth the price of admission?
It was. I probably would have paid a little bit more. But yeah. So, anyways, I remember when we first got there, we're walking through the casino, we're walking through Mandalay Bay, and 3 Lynx players walked by me, or me and Lizzie.
That's right.
And I was like, hey, that's who we're watching tonight. They're playing the whatever. She goes, no shit. I was like, yeah. And I was like, they're just walking. Ain't nobody, no one's stopping them. No one knows. I mean, they even had they're even walking around with their Lynx stuff on, like their warm up gear or their,
trying to get noticed.
I think so. I kind of do. So I'm as tall, if not taller than the point guard. The strong forward was just a hair taller than I was, I think. And then the other chick was a little bit taller than her. So, but yeah. How you been, Alan?
I've been doing good, man. Been doing good. Can't complain.
I saw that Ben Allen. I go, who the hell's Ben Allen?
I'm on a whiskey diet, and I've lost 3 days already.
There we go. That's what I'm talking
about.
There
we go.
I damn near grabbed the bourbon tonight. It's just it's a packed house over here. You know what I mean? It's tight living right now, but getting out of town was fun. But yeah, no, the game, I highly recommend it. Now, I don't know about here. We haven't been to a Wings game. Now, you got to go all the way out to the University of Arlington, what's the part of the building that Toby's in on the annex? They're in the annex building out there off to the left. But next year though, they'll be downtown. They'll be downtown. So yeah, like I said, if you're in Vegas and you want to watch I think that's probably going to be the better place to go watch, just because the atmosphere and everybody's kind of excited and rowdy. You can tell it's locals there as well. So I'm telling you, it was a good experience. It was fun. I don't think I would have been able to pull off the Henson where he claims that he could have ran onto the court, stole a ball, and then nailed a layup. I'm pretty sure you're going to get got by security. I would be very hesitant, even more so in a casino than I would, like, say, on a regular day in some other town. You know what I mean?
Like maybe you could pull that off in Arlington, right? But you're not pulling that off in Vegas.
I don't think so. Security's a little bit tighter out there.
Right. Yeah.
And they shoot to kill.
Where over here at UTA, they've got, they're all student volunteers or something like that. Or, it's like the ball boys at the Mavs game, right? They're all like high school kids, and they do it. They don't even get paid to do it. They're just a ball boy, and it's really cool and exciting. And, they get to tell their friends about it, and they get to sit on the court during the games and, all that.
Yeah, highly recommend it. If you're out there, check them out. Again, they're a really good team anyways. Like the Aces they generally win, right?
Right, they're defending champs.
I think so. I think they won it last year. They won it several times, so they've got the talent. And it's good. It's nice. It's nice. Kelsey looked great. She looked phenomenal.
How do you guys feel about the Rangers this year? Well, it's fun times.
Yeah, I talk about it about once or twice a week, and I've been going. It's been an effing roller coaster from hell. The Ranger. It depends on how the series goes, and you can hear my voice at the beginning of the Ranger Roundup, because either I'm like, it's all over, burn it down, or I'm like, hey man, we're back in it. Here we go. Oh man, I don't know. They're playing on the White Sox right now, and they were tied at 1 in the 6th. And
I mean, that should be a sweep right there, right?
Should be. Hold on, let me see. I need to know if they won, because they got a game coming up here. Actually, they're supposed to be playing right now. So the Rangers won, it looks like. So they got 3-1. Okay, so they won 3-1. Good. Okay. You're hoping for a sweep. Like I said, I talked about this on the Ranger Roundup, but let me go ahead and just, since you brought it up, we'll talk a little bit about baseball.
Just a heads up, that gives the White Sox their 102nd loss of the season. They are currently the only team in the MLB that has that E next to their name because they're eliminated from the playoffs.
They've already been
the only team in baseball that is eliminated from the playoffs with a little bit over a month left in the season.
It's got to be a record, right? It's got to be some kind of record. So I actually feel I'm still holding out and hoping, Jason, to be honest with you, because they have 3 games against the White Sox, which they should sweep. They should sweep, right? Now, yesterday's game kind of screwed with them. They threw 4 pitches, and they called the game. Right. It was like, okay, here we go. Now, and so they started today. They had a doubleheader today. Heendog was on the mound, or not? Was he on the mound last night? I think he came back again this morning. I don't know. Something weird. But they swapped pitchers for the White Sox, but the Rangers were set up to hit against lefty, and now they brought a righty in type thing. Anyway, so 3 games against the White Sox. You have then they come home. You got 3 games against the Athletics, right? Here you go. This is an ideal situation. You could technically get 6 wins in a row if you're feeling froggy. And then you got to host the Yanks. Listen, get 1 out of that 3. And then you host 4 games of the Angels. That's ideal. You could technically be you're going to probably get 3 out of 4 games there. Now you do have to go out to Arizona to play the Diamondbacks for 2 games. Just survive. Win 1. If you don't, whatever. Then you got to go to Mariners, and you're playing the Blue Jays. Listen, their schedule is extremely easy for the rest of the way out. They could seriously, if the Astros go that now they're having a tough day anyway, because they're playing the Phillies.
Well, they already won 10-0 today.
That was today.
Arrighetti struck out 11. Yordan Alvarez hit 3 home runs. And then the Mariners also won already today.
They already won too.
Yeah.
And so, but they, they got beat by the Phillies last night handily, but but they're like 10.5 games back, if I'm not mistaken. I think with both those teams winning today, I think they're still 10.5 games back. And you have a optimal, schedule leading up to the rest.
You're 9.5 back.
9.5 back now?
Yep. 9.5 back. You're 6 back of the Mariners for second place. But I mean, you've got to win. The only way you're getting in the playoffs is winning that division right now. That's just all there is to it.
Too far
Yeah.
back. You're really too far back. And I think if I looked before, they had a 0.2% chance of making the playoffs. Yeah, you're talking 11 games back of the wild card, according to MLB.com/standings. So, you got a 462 win percentage. This is your time to get not only back to even, but throttle up. But you're 61 and 71. You're running out of time. Every single game's going to matter. And let's be honest, you lose too many games or you don't sweep the bad teams and split against the good teams, you're out. They're getting DeGrom back, but Scherzer might be done for the year. I think they're waiting to see if they can even make a run, and then they'll fire him back up. But as of right now, Scherzer is not scheduled to come back at this time.
Leiter's on the mound today. Did he pitch the first game or is he pitching the second game?
Must be the second game.
Yeah. And then Rocker is Frisco today. He's on the mound out there in Frisco today.
They're talking about bringing him up.
Yeah. Like I said, he's rehabbing. He's like I said, he's out there in Frisco.
There's my Rangers take for you. They gotta win all against the bad teams. They gotta sweep. It's time to start sweeping teams and then splitting with the good ones. And they might have a chance. They might have a chance.
Leiter's on the mound for the second game. We're top of the first right now.
There you go.
Rangers have runners on first and third with 2 outs, and Nathaniel Lowe is up to bat.
Well, there you go.
So
yeah, the Stars young players. I'm waiting to kind of talk about the Stars the closer we get to the season. There is a couple things like I was just going to kind of briefly gloss over the start of the season. Now preseason starts for the NHL September 21st, which is it's getting there. It's less than a month away, right? The Stars play on September 21st. Have you ever been to a preseason game?
Yeah, I've been to preseason games before.
Yeah. When's the last time you went to a Stars game?
It's been a while. It's been a minute. I know it's pre-COVID. I haven't been anywhere since COVID. Okay. So
I love going to preseason games. One, Lizzie doesn't care. You know what I mean? She just like, oh, let's go. And I should have muted you. And you can get like lower level like glass seats for like $40.
Oh yeah, you get cheap.
We roll in there, and I'm like, hey, keep your head on a swivel out here because you see the netting stops around where we're at. Something comes around the corner too hot, or it gets flipped up in the air, whatnot. But we watched like an overtime thriller last time we went, and we had a blast. I mean, the drinks and the food, it's still full price, but the tickets,
right.
you can sit somewhere nice and enjoy yourself.
And that's kind of like the perfect time. Like if you have like young kids, that's when you want to take them because you don't feel obligated necessarily to stay for the whole game either, right? Like, hey, you got your kid there and like you're halfway through the second period and they're just beating you down. You're like, you know what? It's a preseason game. Let's go ahead and go home. Right. Yeah. You didn't pay a ton for the tickets, the seats. So it's not so bad. Dude, I love the Old English Tea on the Detroit. It's one of the best logos out there in baseball, in my opinion.
Yeah. When you go out there, the only way it seems like you can get these kids through like any sporting event for the duration of it is just feed them nonstop. You know what I mean? Like at baseball games, there's always cotton candy or peanuts or something rolling through, lemon chills and what. But same thing with hockey. They're watching. At least there's no stop downs, right?
Correct.
They're just going. Now there's the end of periods that they take TV breaks, and obviously if there's icing or something like that, they'll be like, oh, what happened? But they fire it right back up, and it's a little bit easier to deal with.
And you got like a Mavs game, I think is a little bit easier to get a kid through because there's something going on nonstop the entire time.
Yeah.
Like you've got the drum line, you got the fat guy dancers, you've got the regular dancers, you got the cheerleaders, you got
playing nonstop.
You got 2 different mascots that they have, right? They got the horse and the guy, Mavs Man and Champ, I think. And they both come out with dueling like t-shirt cannons and all of that stuff. So there's a ton because I took the youngest one to a few Mavs games back before COVID, and it was easy to get through those because there's just when play's not going on, it's hey, look over there. Hey, look over there. They do a really good job of just making sure something is always going on.
Yeah. It's like the Rough Riders. You go to a Rough Riders game and it's super like bit heavy. They're racing, running around. They got a corgi race, a baby race, mascot dance off. Speaking of the NBA preseason starts October 4th. The Mavs' first preseason game is October 7th. So just a little over a couple months away. I don't know if I'll be going out there I'm going to try. Let's say I'll try. I haven't been to a Mavs game in a while. I usually don't dress appropriately. You got to have like a flannel shirt on, button-up shirt and a little vest on with some goofy jeans and a pair of boots. I just wear jeans and a shirt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a hoodie if it's cold.
Old school's in the house. What's going on, old school? Billy Joe Patrick is in the house. Just got a new job as a church bell ringer. It's my first day, so they're just showing me the ropes.
All right. And this week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and at jbcarts.com. There you go. I was actually out in Vegas with the cart man. Boy, he likes to gamble. He does. Boy. And he also likes talking to prostitutes. I know I'm changing the subject there, but I was like having a blast.
They're friendly. They're very friendly.
They walk. The cool thing about Mandalay Bay is everything's so wide open. You remember what it's like, just wide open, right? So they walk right down Main Street, every one of these aisles and stuff like that. And so I'd be like, hey, Justin, hey, that's a hooker over there. What that's it? He goes, no shit. I go, yeah, they're everywhere. He goes, no shit. I go, yeah. He goes, all right, I'll be right back. He doesn't chat them up. He'd go sit there and talk to them and shit, like whatever. I'm like, and you just see them walking down there. I'm like, oh boy. It's like, I'm out of here. I did not try to trap them.
Are the guys with the trading cards back out there again? With the hooker cards, slapping them, trying to. Yeah.
That's a thing of the past. I think they got rid of it because of all the trash. Because you remember how trashy it was out there with all that shit, that smut laying around on the ground.
Feel it is more family friendly now, but
yeah,
it's not. It's Vegas.
I didn't see really anything that was, I guess, atrocious. Like nothing like that. Nah, I wouldn't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty clean when I was out there. I didn't have any problems, no issues, or anything like that. But yeah, that was just one of the things. I was like, boy, I was this guy. Hey man, there's a hooker over there. Be cool. I bought him a couple massage too because he was sitting there getting massaged at the table, and he thought that was the funniest thing. And I was like, I mean, they're walking around. I was like, I got one when I went to the Super Bowl or whatever. I can almost hurt. She killed me. Like I was like limping for like 3 days. Like my arm I couldn't get my arm straight and shit like that. Got a hold of me.
I'm out on massages. They're just, I don't know. I don't do massages.
I'm a light massage kind of guy.
Touch me.
Yeah, I don't like to be touched, but I had another lady do it out there too, and it was like more of a go, hey, just take it easy. She wasn't putting like her elbow in my back and just going to town. I was like, take it easy on me. But anyway, yeah. So there you go. There's
got your arm bent ways it's not supposed to bend, and the elbow in you, and then they're standing up on the chair and they got the knee coming down on you, and you're like, that just doesn't look. Yeah, like I used to like Grapevine Mills Mall. They've got them like out there, right, and in the middle, and they're like, hey, 45-minute massage. No,
45 minutes to get massaged in front of strangers.
I want to just sit there and just have someone with their hands on me for 45 minutes straight, and just.
That's a long time.
That is a long. How much for give me like a minute and a half? What's that cost me? What's that going to cost me? Like 90 seconds. That's about as much as I got in me.
Yeah. That lady was like, oh, his time, is up for a ball. I go, oh, okay, cool. I was like, the hell are you telling me for? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care.
See you later.
Yeah. So go somewhere else. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Good God. So yeah, there's your MLB, NHL, and NBA preseason. But I can't wait. I can't wait to get back for the Star season. Get out there to the AAC. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get to a Mavs game or two this year. It might be preseason or whatnot, but I'm still gonna get out there and see what's up. I hope we can catch some postseason. What the hell was that? Hope we can catch some postseason baseball, but we'll see. It's a long road ahead, Jason. Long road ahead.
For sure. But I'm ready for postseason baseball. I mean, it's just fun. October. I don't know.
Guys, yeah.
You might get that game where you get a little bit of snow or something like that. When you're playing up north, that's always exciting. College football starts tomorrow. I mean, it's already started, but like week 1, like official week 1 starts tomorrow. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We've got games and big games every day.
I already lost 50 on college football. I had what was it, Florida State that got upset by Georgia Tech in Ireland?
Yeah, number 10 team goes down. This is the earliest in the year that a ranked team has lost since, I want to say this is since 97 or something like that.
This is why nobody respects the teams from the ACC. No one cares. No, the rankings don't matter. You know what I mean? They don't want to let you. Now they might let you in because they're letting 8 or 12. Is it 18 playoff or 12-team playoff, Alan?
12.
Yeah, now they're letting 12 people in. You'll get in. You're going to realize that you don't belong there either. You know what I mean? You just don't belong.
But also, it's if you're going to lose a game, lose your first one.
Get it out of the way.
And you can recover from that, right? Yeah. As opposed to losing later in the season. You can't recover from that because if you lose the last game of your season, well, that's my last impression of you is you suck.
Yeah.
But if you win your last one, hey, they had some problems that first game, but they figured it out.
And if the team that beats you goes on a run and finishes in the top 25 or something like that, then it's oh, well, they weren't ranked then, but they weren't ranked appropriately.
They should have been. But it's Georgia Tech, so they're not going to be ranked at the end of the season. It's a pretty safe. That's a safe bet that they will not be ranked at the end of the season. So it's not going to look like a good loss come the end of the season for Florida State.
They don't belong in there anyways. I'm just saying. But I'm with you. College football. It was on. I was as soon as I landed, I was sitting there making bets and everything like that, and went to the sports book, was checking out some games. I think that's one of my favorite places to be while I'm there. Say if Lizzie's really into hey, I'm playing slots, leave me alone, and let me focus, on hitting this one button. And it has, nothing else can happen other than this one button. And so I'm okay, cool. I'll just go.
Big things happen when you hit that button sometimes.
Sometimes it does. And so, yeah, I like Mandalay Bay's got a good sports book. Obviously Encore as well. Encore is awesome. I love Encore. Caesars is big. I don't like Caesars all that. I like Bellagio, I think, better than Caesars. Caesars is nice, a huge wall of it, but it's limited kind of seating and it's curved around. You got a bunch of through traffic, right? So you got people that walk through, so you can't really, unless you're going to sit at the bar or something like that. I try to kind of stay out of there, but
Mandalay Bay's got that bar that's just outside the sports book too, that's got all the TVs and stuff. Because that was the first time I went to Vegas. I stayed at Mandalay Bay. We were there for a work thing, and we flew in on a Sunday, and so we flew in, took our luggage to our room, straight to the sports book, and just started hammering bets. And I won an S-ton right out of the gates because and this was a long time ago, but the Cowboys were playing the 49ers. And so for some reason, the Cowboys were favored. So I hammered the 49ers and they just pounded them. It was back with Jeff Garcia and T.O. were on the team or something like that. Right. Jesus. A long time ago. But yeah, no, I came out of the gates hot.
Ain't nothing wrong with sitting down and watching some sports and just chilling in the sports book. And I mean, for real, it's go and relax. And also if you're into pools and stuff like that, they have 4 or 5 pools. They got a wave pool and this and that. So I mean, you can be entertained. But yeah, I mean, that sports book, I like chilling there, grabbing a beer. Back in the day, you used to be able to get so every bet you would make, it was I don't know, $10-20. They give you a drink ticket or whatever. I was up there last year, and I think it might have been around there in the damn Super Bowl too. And it was it's here, I'll make a bet for $50, and they were oh, okay, here you go. Here's your ticket. I go, damn, y'all don't do drink tickets anymore? Well, not unless it's $100. I go, $100 for a beer?
I wonder if that had something to do with it was also Super Bowl too. So there's a lot of people there, right? So if you just show up on a random Tuesday, then dude, I'm gonna scrap out the draft today. I had to work late, so who's everybody's first pick?
I'm drafting only Bengals if I get the top pick. Only Bengals in this one. And I'm the reigning champion. I can do whatever I want. I've already won. I don't give a shit.
You draft a Bengal in the first round, I'm going to screw your whole draft up and draft Bengals.
I'm going to counter and draft all the Detroit Lions.
That's fine. I'm drafting Bengals. It's okay.
Yeah. Counter. Stick and move. Yeah, Jay, we were actually talking about our fantasy drafts. And so anyways, if you're part of the SB Fantasy Football Fantasy League this year, draft's going down at 9:15 tonight. We're going to go live from SB Fantasy Football Podcast channel on YouTube to stream the whole thing. And yeah, $20. It was $20. So if you got to pay Alan via PayPal, you can send over the money for either Venmo or was it Cash App at Strikeout Beer, and we'll get the entries in. We're going to do first, second, and third. We'll probably do 70, 20, 10% in that order. So, it'll be fine. I think it'll be fun. Puts a little extra juice in there, like old school wanted. And but yeah, first round pick. If I get the first, I had the 101. I had the 101
in a keeper league.
In a keeper league.
One player keeper, right?
But
so you essentially start the second round.
The only person that would be even close to being selected that wasn't that was kept was Tyreek Hill. CMC and CD Lamb were both available. And I had the 101. I looked at the thing. I go, all right, I'm going to do CD Lamb. He's my 101. It's a PPR league. And so there you go. That's my number one pick. Alan, who would you take? And now this is a super flex league, 2 QBs, and you and I didn't pick QBs until like, I don't know, the third, fourth round or whatever last year. I don't even know what round.
I don't know who my 1-1 would be. Like, I honestly, I don't know. Like, I might go QB because I can go with 2, right? But also, like, I don't know. Like,
I went Jackson Tua last year, and I got them in the decent rounds where me and you were already filling out our roster with like receivers and running backs.
Right.
And everybody started giving us shit. I'm like, listen, there's plenty of QBs on the board. I get it. So 101, you're on the clock. Who you picking? Come on.
I don't know. Like, maybe CMC. Because I'm definitely not taking Dak because you took Dak 1-1, and I expect that to blow up in your face.
Who took Dak 1-1?
Not Dak. CD.
Oh, CD. Yeah, he's gonna get hurt week. I'm not winning that game,
just based off of that. It's not going to go well for CD this year. And you passed on CMC, so I feel good about that because you passed on him.
I don't know why you give me crap about any of my picks. I am the champion. You can refer to me as your champion or league champion or Mr. Champion in 2 of the leagues that you're in. So we'll see what happens, bucko. It's up to you.
Yeah. I'll refer to you as that schmuck. How about that?
Mr. Champion to you, prick.
Yeah. Schmuckosaurus Rex is who you are.
That'll be your team name, Schmuckosaurus Rex. Just get ready to lose again, my man. Just get ready to lose again.
I'm just going to completely just dominate.
You haven't dominated anything other than a buffet line.
And your mother.
Man, I almost called her the other day.
Oh, what?
I was drunk in a White Castle. Actually, I was going to text her. I was like, and I had some choice words, but it was like, and then so Lissy didn't even know if I did it or not. I looked at my phone. It says at 9:11 p.m.
You had some choice words for her. Drunk in a White Cat. That sounds about right. It's 30 minutes prior, old school.
Yep. So it should be coming out right now. Actually, here in the next minute.
No, 8:45.
Oh, 8:45.
Yeah, 30 minutes before. 30 minutes before the draft starts. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, we got some people piling in here now, man. Here we go.
Can we leave the mothers out of this? They're nice ladies.
They're nice ladies.
Take her out to a nice seafood dinner and never call her again.
Oh, never. You know what? Lizzie, is she in here? Is she listening to me? Let me get this woman on the phone. Yeah. But anyways, I almost did. I was, like I said, I had to make a run to White House. So it was like our last night there. We didn't go to Lizzie wasn't feeling good earlier in the night. And so we didn't go to the ball game. And I was like, oh crap, we went.
Lizzie's here.
Hey, bring me my turnovers, please. Bring me my Romos or my Dax. You're trying to get signed in? Oh, don't worry about it. It's not until 9:15. I'll help you when we get done with the show. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Present. Hey, Whiskey. How are you? So anyways, we can't make it. We didn't make it to the game. And I was like, she wasn't feeling good. I'm like, what do you want to do? She's like, I want to go lay down. I was like, all right, cool. Go lay down. I'm going to go get a drink with my dad. So I go down to the bar and he's hanging out with my uncle. Oh, dude. And so Uncle Mark hooked it up, man.
Oh, nice.
So he got me a new Masters 2024 hat. I was like so excited when I was like, I can't believe he got me something. And then I saw that and I was like, oh my God, because he lives in Augusta. So he goes every year. And so anyhow, I was like, all right, cool. And so I go to the bar and they are getting lit. They are having a really good time at this bar. Was it House of Blues? My dad was like at House of Blues, like morning, noon, and night. I don't know what the hell was going on.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, he was just at the bar. He had breakfast there, got a little lunch. All right. Thank you, babe. You already have you one? All right. So, anyways, then I'm like, all right, well, she's like, I don't feel good. I'm like, okay, fine. So we're back in the room. We're hanging out there for a while, just relaxing. And then I'm like, are you hungry? You want to get something to eat? She goes, yeah. I was like, I mean, do you want White Castle? She was like, I think I do. I go, let's get a cab. So we got a cab or an Uber or whatever. We went down to White Castle, got a sack of 10 with some fries, and then just mowed right
Oh,
through.
you just got a sack. You didn't get the suitcase?
Didn't get the suitcase this time. I couldn't finish it last time. So I figured I eat 5, I ate 5 just like that. Inhaled.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they
were so damn good.
Dude,
And so, yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to text somebody. And she, she was like, I was like, really? I go, yeah. And then I got distracted. So I totally forgot. All right. Cherry turnover day.
Okay.
And since Alan isn't here, I don't have to listen to him eat because that's one of my weird things about my ears. I listen to people eat. So, yeah. So she went to the store and got me some turnovers.
Okay.
Well, I have one.
Okay.
Why not? I'll save you one for next week. How about that? Or I'll mail you one. I'll mail you. You know what? I'll mail you.
You're gonna mail me one? Okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I haven't had a turnover in forever. Have you ever had one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had turnovers before, for sure. Probably recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll every once in a while, it's like it'll be
There
like a Saturday or something like that, and
we go.
I'm out early doing some work, and I'll roll by like Walmart or Target or something like that, and just walk through the bakery section, right, and find something over there to bring home to the family for breakfast. Just like, oh, they're not up yet. Let me grab something and wake them up and be like, hey, I've got pastries.
Nice. I'm more of a like a was it pie, like a cherry pie, or what do they call them? The ones from like Mrs. Baird's and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Fruit pie. I'm a fruit pie kind of guy. These are okay. They're just really bready. Like they're more bread than they are the cherries and everything else.
7-Eleven has a good Boston cream pie. I like those. That's pretty darn tasty. Alan, I do not eat key lime pie turnovers. Don't drag me in with that crap you're in with, Whiskey, okay? I don't associate in the circles like you do that eat that crap. So
this is 85% bread. This is a disappointment. This is what this is, but it's delicious. But it's still, I want more cherry. If I could jam more cherries into this thing, I'd be happy.
It's a buttery deliciousness taste.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right, there you go. So it's national. I was looking up to see what the national day was. It was kind of slim pickings. Wasn't a lot going on. And I was like, all right, but not as good as we've had it right in the past. Seems like on Wednesday we'll have like some really good days, but not today. Today was kind of a letdown. Not much going on today.
Yeah. Well, Jack Leiter picked up right where he left off last time he pitched. He gave up 2 runs in the first inning. So
Jesus.
You gotta love it. That's brought his ERA to 15.68. So he's got that going for him, which is nice.
That's insane. What is today? Wait. So there's these days that are different. They're not even like right. Like I went to it's Red Wine Day. Now this is a different thing. National Thoughtful Day, National Red Wine, National Power Rangers Day. No, I saw that. Oh, bow tie day. I almost had like a little bow tie on. Yeah. There you go. National Cherry Turnover Day. Yeah, I was almost that cool. I don't think I could. I have to have like a clip. I don't know how to tie a bow tie. I can tie like regular ties, but I can't do a bow tie. I don't understand how it works.
Yeah, no, I don't, because my brother got married and I was in his wedding. We all wore bow ties, but they were clip-on bow ties.
Yeah, I mean, if they were tucks, they're one of those. They're just easy, like clip-on type, or they go around your neck, right, and then just kind of cinch in or something.
Yeah, they go around your neck and clip.
Deliciousness. Hardy wants to jam the cherry. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What else are we doing here if we're not doing that? I don't understand. I'm in for that. Whiskey, how you been, bud? Everything good? Oh, yeah. Oh my God. NFL news came out today. Dalvin Cook has signed with the Dallas Cowboys.
Does that do anything for you? Does that do anything for your wiener?
Yeah, I'm gonna draft him. I'm gonna pick him up tomorrow on the waiver wire.
1-1.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going R1. He's going to split time with Zeke. Is he younger than Zeke? I think he's younger than Zeke, right? Yeah, like Zeke's old. He's didn't get a chance in New Jersey. He played his ass off in Minnesota. Loved him there. Phenomenal. Paid. Lizzie says paid. Oh, did you send money?
Yeah, she sent me money.
I like money. Yeah, let's get some. We got to get these things paid up and done. We'll talk about it during the next show as well. But yeah, mark that down. But yeah, I mean, I think if you've already drafted, go get him. He's probably better than your third or fourth to last draft pick, unless you picked up a rookie or it's a dynasty league or something like that. I think he's a good stash because
They're both 29 for the record. They're both 29.
Okay, so still sub 30, and I think they're going to split time. I think, man, Dalvin might get the nod. To be honest with you, they've already seen Zeke and they are kind of done with Zeke, but they brought him back.
But what's Dalvin been doing? Right, like
hanging around, staying healthy.
I don't know why they didn't make this move earlier so that they could see what he had, but before now, right? Because I mean, he didn't play last year.
No,
he just
played a
didn't
snap here and there.
The Jets ended up releasing him at one point in time, and the Ravens picked him up, and he didn't really play once the Ravens picked him up either. So he's pretty much fresh coming off of last year, not doing anything. Coming off of, I think it was like 4 consecutive seasons of over 1,000 yards rushing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I think he's definitely worth the stash because if Zeke goes down for anything, that's going to be your lead back. They're not going to give this ball to Dowdle or what's the other guy's name? Deuce Vaughn. So
I mean, I don't know why they don't give Vaughn the ball. Like,
he's explosive.
He's the only explosive back you have.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that at any given time can bust it wide open. You don't have that with any of the other guys, not even Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
You don't have that with him.
He can't power anybody either, I don't think. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm not saying
he can't,
but he's a little guy. But yeah, I think his explosiveness is crazy.
He's like a Sproles, right?
Yeah. And he did quite well for himself.
He did okay.
In other news, A.J. Dillon out for the season for the Green Bay Packers. That was crazy. I mean, hell, he was ranked so far down the depth chart. I figured he'd be higher, but they have a rookie out there. They got Josh Jacobs.
Marshawn Lloyd is the rookie who they thought was going to end up having to start the season on the IR with a hamstring issue, but he avoided the IR. So he'll be ready to go. He avoided the IR. Now, will he be ready for week 1? Who knows? But I mean, they signed Josh Jacobs to be that bell cow for him, right? He's a 3-down back. It's just he's had a lot of carries over the last few years. 2 seasons ago, he blew up, right? But last year, he just wasn't the same. And it will happen a lot when you have a ton of carries like that. But also, he was just on a bad team, right?
He's been upgraded. They got a quarterback and actually throw the ball type thing. Explosive, great offense. So you're going to see what happens when they can actually balance it out. They can't stack the box against him. He might have a pretty decent year. Might get a lot of checkdowns too. So I think he might be more valuable in a PPR format. But you don't have to worry about A.J. Dillon coming in anymore to kind of falling in the end zone or any of that. But
no, but look for them to once Marshawn Lloyd's ready, he's going to get carries, right? That's one thing that Green Bay will do is they're not just going to power just one running back. They're going to kind of
haven't done that in years. So yeah, you're right. He's going to fill in like A.J. Dillon has when Aaron Jones was there, right? It's going to be a nice compliment. But I think they're going to lean on Josh Jacobs, and as long as he's not around either, it's Josh Jacobs' show. And if they can air that ball out they got 3 good receivers out there, Jordan Love under center, and then you got Josh Jacobs in the backfield. It's power. I think power.
I'm still not sold on Jordan Love. I mean, up until halfway through the season last year, everyone was still talking about how he's trash and he's not that good. And then, we started to pick things up the second half of the year, but I'm not ready to crown him the next great quarterback for Green Bay. He's not the next Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre right now because he hasn't done it for a while.
What'd they get to this year? The NFC Championship game?
No, the game before that.
The divisional rounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your championship game was the Lions and the 49ers.
I would say if when he turned it on and then they end up making the playoffs and they get to the divisional, I'd say it's pretty good. Well, you have to see what happens when you carry over because you can who knows what's going to happen this year. This year, we were talking about this earlier, right? The QB market is great. It's greater than it's been in years past. The tight end market's been greater in years past. I think we're looking for it's going to be a fun offensive season. Like it's going to be a fun season.
Should be for sure.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to this football season. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's for me. That starts with fantasy. I mean, I love fantasy.
Always and
Plus,
forever.
plus my lines are gonna be good again this year. It's nice when you start the year with some good expectations, right? And you're not just like, we'll see what happens. No, we've got expectations. We got a target on our back this year. We're not catching anybody off guard. We're not catching anybody by surprise this year.
That's been like a couple years for y'all, right?
Well,
y'all been like
some
that for
people were. It depends on who you talk to last year, right? Because we had a bad.
Fans are not Lions fans.
No.
Yes,
we turned it on the second half of the year. Almost made the playoffs, but
no, we haven't done it yet.
We don't do that. Yahoo Auto does that.
Yeah,
we don't do anything for the draft order. Yahoo automatically does it. It will do it about 8:45. It's 30 minutes before the draft starts. We don't do the draft order selection for that. It's all handled through Yahoo. It's automated.
Yep. Don't worry about it. I'll be taken care of here in about, what you say, 45 minutes, 47 minutes. So 48 minutes. 48. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I'm jacked, super jacked. And, getting our main draft out of the way and hanging out with the boys on a Sunday,
How much fun was that?
Yeah, it always is. Big shout out to Hess for hosting. Doc was he's been dealing with some shit, but he still showed up. I was so happy to see him too. But had a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Good food. We were partying out back, hanging out in the pool, and same old, right? Some guys taking forever to make picks. The other guys are trying to rush to get out of there. Like, well, there's only one dude that's rushing to get out of there. But yeah, it's
back to the same guy who's taking forever to make picks too.
I know. Like, why are we waiting? If you're in a hurry, let's go. I mean, let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I wanted to talk about that as well because I'm going to I have a picture of the draft board. Maybe I'll do that like in a combo show or something like that on SB Fantasy when we get these this draft board done. We'll look at the last two drafts that we've done, maybe go over them or something like that. And if you're not available, I'll just do it myself and just kind of look and see who I thought won because we had some crazy grades. Of course, with our league, our gangster league, like you said, it's a keeper league. We get to keep one player. So you might get docked a ton of points by Yahoo because you had to keep like Josh Allen or you in the first round, or you kept, some other rando in the first because you had nobody else. Who did Heskey? I think he had kept Pittman Jr. Yeah, so he kept Michael Pittman. They're like, oh, he kind of reached in the first round. I was like, well, but I think he still got the craziest score. And then it comes out that Kyron Williams is going to
go over. He's predicted to lose every single game. And that's in a league where a guy drafted 3 tight ends.
I almost drafted a couple more just because. I was like, why not?
He went back to back. He drafted Trey McBride and came back around the next round and drafted George Kittle. And we're like, back to back tight ends. He goes, it's not my fault. You guys didn't draft George Kittle, so I had to take him. You didn't have to, buddy.
Look, Cuzzo's logging in right now. He's texting me. He goes, 12-team, 2 QB league, correct? I go, yep.
I mean, not necessarily. You could play another position at that. You don't have to play 2 QBs.
Oh, yeah. It's a super flex. Oh, yeah. I need to make sure I tell him that. Because, yeah, I love our league. It's super high scoring. Like the SB Fantasy one, it's awesome.
It's just something to mess around and have some fun with, for sure. How many leagues do you have?
You reminded me of a couple today.
Yeah. You're like, I just got one draft left. I was like, no, you have another draft this weekend, buddy.
So I'm in Gangsta, SB, Beard Laws, which I text you to see if you want to be in it because he's looking for like 3 guys, I think.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot to reply. Yeah, go ahead and tell him I'm in.
All right. And then we have Henson's League. I don't think I got into Hayes's League.
No, we're drafting this Sunday. Yeah.
And then Cuzzo's League is Saturday. And who's on Sunday?
Busby.
So how many ever that is?
Mostly football's league, yeah. So I got the 3 keepers plus our league, or 3 dynasties. Let me say that 3 dynasty leagues plus our league plus league with our buddies, and then I've got 3 leagues that I drafted with Yahoo for bits. I went live one day last week, late. I think it was last Wednesday. I went live late, and drafted kicker and defense first 2 rounds.
How'd that go?
I thought I crushed it. Thought it went
You
off.
said about everything though. Like even if you totally shit the bed, you're like nailed it. First place.
Nailed it.
No one has the confidence like you do for some weird effing reason. Like you were just like
because I just dominate in all aspects. So
you don't have the hardware. You never bring the hardware home unless
hardware. I win leagues every year. All right, buddy. So just step off.
Yeah.
All right.
You're like
I win. I don't see you with the courage to go and do a league where you draft a kicker and a defense in the first 2 rounds. Okay.
I was going to this year. I just didn't do it.
Okay.
That's your
you know what? You still got time.
Yeah, I probably
still got time.
Yeah.
So, but I did that, and then I did a league where I went hero RB. So I drafted RB in the first 2 rounds, and then I did the 0 RB strategy as well, where I didn't take a running back until I want to say it was like the 7th round.
Yeah.
And so did those. And one thing I'll be doing with SB Fantasy Football is I will go live weekly with all of my lineups and just going through my process of setting my lineups, pulling them all up, looking at it. All right, here's what I got. Here's who I'm thinking I'm going to put in, and just kind of give you my thought process through that.
Yeah. I did that last year for like first handful of weeks, boy. But some of those, I don't know what it was last year, but boy, I was up partying late on Saturday night. I don't know what the hell the deal was. Some of those days I come stumbling into that room. I was like, all right, let's do this. I was like, I'm sleeping. I am sleeping.
You do what you got to do, man.
So with your 0 RB, you finally took one in the 7th round. Who was your pick?
You know what? Give me 2 seconds and I can pull it up.
Oh God, you don't remember?
Well, I know I got Ramondre Stevenson, and I'm drawing a blank on the other. It might be James Cook. I think it went James Cook and Ramondre Stevenson. I think
you could have done worse. There you go. I'm okay with that as your first or your 1 and 2 RBs. Yeah, I mean that's not terrible, not at all. I mean you got RB1s in the 7th round. It's bonkers.
Possible. Hold on, I got to pull it up though and make sure.
Okay.
All right.
So if you're in her right now and you're going to be in the SB, if you're in the SB Fantasy Football League, it starts the draft order comes out in about 40 minutes. We're going to start drafting at 9:15. We'll go live at 9 o'clock though, just to get things going, talk about our strategy or something like that, who we're looking for, maybe how last season went, et cetera, et cetera. Go ahead.
Okay. So I got Ramondre Stevenson and Aaron Jones are my starters.
Okay.
And then on the bench, I got Zamir White, Jerome Ford, and Trey Benson.
Jerome Ford would be good he's a starter for the first 4 weeks. Nick Chubb's on the pup list, so he's out for the first 4 weeks. And Jerome Ford, he definitely proved himself. I picked him up as a handcuff, or did I draft him as a handcuff, or did I pick him up from the IR or the waiver wire last year?
You didn't draft him last year. He was a waiver wire pick last year for sure. Because they had what's his name was out there. Kareem Hunt was thought to be the guy at first, right? But then it ended up being Jerome Ford that was the guy. But yeah, no, in this league, I drafted Pat Mahomes in it. And then I was sitting there. I want to say it was like the 9th round, or it was late in the draft, and Joe Burrow was still sitting there, and I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Right. It was like, let me go ahead and take, if for nothing, possibly trade bait to trade for another running back. Receiver wise, I'm rocking CD Lamb, Puka Nakua, and then I got Debo on the flex. I've also got Christian Watson, George Pickens, tight end. I was able to get Sam Laporta on it. So
you got him in the 3rd
round. I want to say possibly 3rd, maybe 4th. I can't remember if I drafted Pat Mahomes first or Sam Laporta first.
This thing moving around so much for me. Look at this. It's all messing up on me. I don't know what's going on. There we go. We just got to reset.
Yeah.
See what's going on. See what's happening. Well, cool. I love drafting. I love fantasy football, like playing. I love it until the screws get put to you. And every week you got to start picking. I like a set it and forget it lineup. But when shit starts moving on and moving around, and all of a sudden, Chuck McDonald, what's up? How are we doing?
What is going on?
Killer Clowns in the house.
Killer.
So yeah, I like it. I have a lot of fun, but Sundays can be very stressful. Thursdays suck sometimes, and then of course that Monday miracle that you might need. All of a sudden you're like, come on, baby. Like,
dude,
we were talking about the championship last year. Me and the new guy, we were just sitting there having a chat. I'm like, the only reason I somehow won because I took Jordan Love out of the game. I mean, the guy scored like 55 points in the championship.
Dude, I had one year where it was going into the championship Monday night. I'm up by like 4 points, and the guy had AJ Green going. And AJ Green caught one pass and got hurt and was out the rest of the game.
Oh, God.
And dude, I was so excited. I was like, yes. It's that, and it took me a while to find out what had happened because like I was working at the time, and so like I just kept pulling it up and refreshing the score. I'm like, man, he's not catching any passes. And then like after the halftime, I was like, why is he only at one pat? And then I looked and saw that he was out, and I was like, oh, buddy.
I never root or cheer for injuries like that. I just don't. You know what I mean?
After the fact. He was already hurt when I got excited. Okay.
Yeah. Like, you don't ever want to see someone get hurt. And like I didn't that night. I remember sitting there. I was at, you know what? It was New Year's Eve. We're at the casino. We're just getting to WinStar. I pulled in the parking lot. I'm seeing the damn alerts. And I'm listening to the game. I got the alerts going on. I'm like, what the hell? This guy's balling out of control all of a sudden. Like, he is going off. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell? They're up by like 50, man. Just stop throwing touchdowns. And then they get through halftime. And I go, I swear to God, if they keep him in the game, it's over. I mean, I was up by 60 or 70 points. And he came into the game at halftime, threw one more effing touchdown. I go, oh my God. And so I had to sit in the car. I sat in the car and waited until they were like, he's out of the game. I go, oh God. I pretty much, I laid my head on the horn and go, burn. And so after I let the scores recalculate, and someone sent a congratulations text, so I go, all right, yeah, welcome to the show, new guy, whatever. But I was sweating effing bullets, man.
Like, a little nervous there for a minute.
Oh, I'm telling you, I was terrified for that last hour. It's like, this is unbelievable. I was like, this will be the craziest comeback ever. And all he had was Jordan Love. Just Jordan Love. That MFer. He almost got me. Thanks. But that's fantasy. You'll sit there and sweat it out over, I think the closest game we've had in our league was like a 10th of a point or an 1/8 of a point or something like that. And then I think we've only had one tie in the 9 years we've been going. And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
We do fractional scoring, right? Just so you don't have that happen, which was weird because Yahoo projected me to have a tie this year. Like I'm projected to go like 3, however many losses in one tie. And I'm like, what? A tie? Like,
it's ridiculous. It really is.
Yeah.
But it's stressful. I love it though. I got my wife into it. She obviously plays, and she's a train wreck to play with because in like the first 2 minutes of the game, it's over. I'm going to lose today. And the rest, I'm like, will you just shut up and just wait for the rest of the game go? Like, I was like, it's 12:04.
Apparently you've never had Blake Bortles. Where you're done until the last 5 minutes of the game. And then he throws for 300 yards in the last 5 minutes of the game. And you're like, whoa, buddy.
I've been Bortles before, and I hate Boner for that shit too. Like, I just like, oh, here we go. I'm like, I'm killing this dude. I'm like, and that's why there's certain people. Have you found this? Like, there's certain guys in the league that you can't beat. Like, you don't even like you set your lineup and you're like, I'm losing this week.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just with Boner. I cannot beat him. Like, I don't know what the deal is. He'll sneak up on me and get me. I have kind of a similar reaction, I think, with Doc or Hess with those two. But it's just like with Boner, man, for some reason, his damn guys go ape-ass. And I usually get and I am one of the guys that has like the highest score like against, and it's attributed to those clowns just teeing off at like 200
horrible defense. Points. You need to play better defense is what you need to do.
We talked about that too. Like, it's like, how soon do you take a defense? Dude, this was the wildest draft ever. We had kickers and defenses going in like the 9th freaking round. way
early.
too early this year. I need you to bring over the draft board when you come over next. If it's maybe it's next week, maybe it's not. So right now, if you're unfamiliar with what's going on around here, houses, I got stuff going on in the backyard, stuff going on in the garage. I got new occupants in my my old podcast room, and so now we're having to do some remote shows because there's just no room. And so that's why you see Alan over there and I'm over here. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's what you get. So if you're listening on Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, you can check out the video and the live stream of this broadcast, this podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and what's that last one? Kick? Yeah, Kick. So
Okay.
that's where we're at. Make sure you drop a follow, drop a like, drop a subscription or whatever. Just say hey. But appreciate everybody showing up tonight. But yeah, dude, it just I'm ready to have my heart broken. I'm ready.
It will happen for sure. Like,
Are
I
you
mean,
gonna get the red zone?
what? No, because I won't be. Kiddo's got practice on Sunday afternoons, so I'm not going to be able to watch the game live. So I think I'm going with the whole NFL Plus.
Yeah, you can watch the game and there's no commercials. It's just like boom. Finally kicked Allen out, huh? Yeah. I told him, I was like, yeah, man, don't come over this week. He's like,
I said, okay, cool.
I'm still in the same room. I just put a green screen behind me. I haven't moved anything out or anything like that. It's just, I'm just kidding. I'm in my bedroom.
I was gonna say, I know that's false because all that crap was moved out of there last time I was over there. So,
bro, the garage is crazy packed. At least the out back area is getting under control. So that's all done. It's really nice to walk out there and not have to step over like rocks or because I had like, pavers and concrete and flagstone and everything like that. Now everything is just all flat. No, just remodeling, Killa. And we had some kids move in. They're about to go to their new place, but needed to stop off for like a month before they move into the new place. So, but we'll have I don't think I'm moving any like the table and stuff like that back in there. I think we're gonna kind of re-envision what we want to do in there and see what's up. Yeah. I think we might do a bar or something like that somewhere.
Or a couple dinosaurs we could sit on.
There you go. That's
some brontosauruses or something like that, or maybe right on a couple raptors or I don't know, maybe a stegosaurus, ankylosaurus. I don't. Oh, we're feeling it out, okay?
No one rides on a stegosaurus. Isn't the one with the spikes and the shells or whatever coming up? I mean, that's weird.
Apparently, you've never seen the smash hit documentary cartoon Dino Riders because people do. So,
nah. What was the other one that was our age? Was it Land of the Lost? No, was it Land of the Lost? What was the animated cartoon or whatever when we were growing up?
Dino Riders was one of them.
I never heard of that.
Well,
like ever.
Yeah, Dino the Last Dinosaur. Remember that?
It's 1980. Oh, so Dino Riders was a. I remember. I saw the thing. I go. I remember that now because yeah, the T-Rex with the crazy shit on his head, and then like someone's actually reminded. Like Land Before Time. There you go.
Land Before Time was those are the first one gets you every time when Littlefoot loses his. Oh,
yeah, they wonder why we're so like damaged goods. You know what I mean? It's like every one of the movies we grew up with, there was like the tragic beginning or tragic ending. Someone died, all this kind of stuff. Now they just got Blippi running around honking whatever. Balls in a ball pit. I don't know.
So Punk special.
Yeah. I don't know what he's up to. He's up to something now. What the fuck guy's up to? I finally found out about it and like they put it on like probably like a year ago. I was like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, it's what I go, we'll put this on in the house. I go, this is some weird shit. And so I hadn't seen it since. So I guess they either they were listened or they were like, yeah, this is definitely weird. We're not doing this.
This shit's weird. That guy's definitely up to something.
He's up to something. Yeah, see, that guy, I'm telling you, man, that guy is up to something. He is.
I use my profiling skills to figure that out.
I mean, like 1 in every 3 people are just weird these days. Is that a safe assumption? Like they're up to something. Like they're doing some shit they probably shouldn't be doing. That's just weird. People are weird.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, let's get out of here. Let's get prepping for this draft. The draft order comes out in 30 minutes. We go live in 45. And we'll broadcast from the SB Fantasy Football channel on YouTube. Get on over there. You'll see us. We'll start the live stream or whatever that says we're about to go live. I'll have that uploaded in about 15 minutes. And then, yeah, just pile in there. We'll hit live, though, at 9. Get yourself a drink, relax, chill out, and then let's prepare to draft.
It's going to be fun. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you all, and we love you.
Love y'all.
As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you later. Deuces.